Hi gang, it's Hexy. Close quarters battle Hougoumont. Close quarters battle Waterloo. This is the Hougoumont map. It's a pretty map. But what I wanted to do here is I wanted to talk about breaching. This might be the first game that I've played where, at least in my memory, I can think of where you have to breach a hedgerow. You can't just, add a moving point and go through it. So in your example right here, these green lines, these are hedgerows. Now, for La High Saint, I think they're just +1 on that map to cross these. But in this game here, you can't just go through these. You have to breach them. And how's it breached? Well, a unit has to start adjacent to the hedgerow, and then he's got to roll on an 8-sided on the 10-sided dice that comes with the game, a 0 to 3. Once he breaches it, then it's breached for any company that wants to move through there. All right, but you cannot say he's here. You cannot move in, then breach it, then continue your move. You have to start adjacent to the hex. You roll the dice, and then if you breach it, you're successful. Now, if there's an enemy unit on the other side of the hedgerow, the minute you breach it, you have to melee combat that unit on the other side. Plain and simple. Start adjacent, roll to breach it. If you breach it, you can move through it. Anybody else can move through it. And then if there's an enemy unit on the other side, you have to combat that enemy unit in melee. Simple, easy to understand. I started to play this scenario. I was 3 turns in, and I looked over at the die roll dependent actions. And I said, "Oops!" And I looked at the rules for this scenario for this map. And it was Hougoumont. You have to breach it just like you would have to breach to get into the farm at Hougoumont. Okay. You do have some places on the map, like right there where that road goes through. That hedgerow is already breached. There's one right there going into the Hougoumont farm area. That's already breached, so those you can just move right to. But these hedgerows out here, they were pretty thick, which now might explain why the Anglo Allies were out there in the orchard area, all right, or the Bois de Gaumont. So yeah, so you got to breach these things to get through. So you're turned down already as the French skirmishers trying to move through. By the way, this is the first scenario in Hougoumont where the skirmishers need to clear out the Anglo Allies that are in here and take objectives in there. I think it's just take one of the objectives, maybe 2. I don't know. I'll look back to it. But this should be a fast play, and I'm going to get after this one. I'll post some stuff as I play. All right, breaching the hedgerows, close quarters battle, Waterloo. Talk to y'all soon.